You want to find the best way to make money in the market consistently. In my opinion and my belief and my proof, it has been consistent day trading. And my favorite platform to do it on right now, after hours and hours of freaking research, has become BTCC. And I want to walk you guys through why. Because there was a couple of things that I really looked for in picking a good exchange to use for the long run. Because here's the thing, in your arsenal for trading, your best tool is going to be the exchange that you use, because that's how you print money, right? So let's go over what I like about the exchange, why I find it simple, and what strategies I tend to use to try to make money consistently in the market. And the reason I say try is because it's day trading. There's many really good up days, and there's some days where you get a little bit of losses, but that's okay. Because once you have a good platform with a good strategy, you can be consistent for the long run. And let's go over some of the features that I found a lot of good use for. So the deposit's nice. I always crypto deposit. Then there's the different types of futures trading you can do. So we can even do USDT to trade, right? You can trade again on USDT using their pro version. It is in beta, and I'm going to go over just one of the features there, and that's basically isolated margin. Now the question is, what's the difference between the two? And we'll go over that as well. Then we've got their CoinW perpetual futures. So you can use BTC to trade against those contracts, right? And you'd be settling them in cryptocurrency. You can also demo trade, and they'll give you up to 100K in USDT virtual funds, and you can practice. And then another thing is there's articles about guides and how to futures trade. You can also copy trade. I have not set that up yet, but I have seen some people make some really good gains on it. You can use spot as well, and you can just buy the token itself. And then lastly, what is the reason for wanting to use this so much? One, I love that it has very good liquidity, and I love their little setup here. So I am actually currently on the M Perpetuals futures version. And in this version, I easily go to limit order, click the current price, and then I want to enter my USDT. When it does that, you need to re-click the current price. Then you want to put in here how much position size you want to open, and then you can decide the leverage. So like, for example, I want to do 100x leverage. Well, I already have a position open. So that, let's take it back. So I'm going to open a 500x with only $10,000 position. That means I only need to use an $18 of margin. Now, do understand that does mean that any volatility will impact it. But for example, I have this current trade open, and this trade was a quick scalp. I entered here and I took my very first take profit here. So I originally entered this trade with $99 in margin, and I paid $15 in fees only. Some of the lowest fees, and there are bonuses if you use the links below to actually sign up for BTCC. But that gave me an opportunity to open a 0.42% or 0.42 position size BTC, right? That gave me a chance to open a 0.42%. That gave me a chance to open a 0.42 BTC position size using only $99 due to the leverage. And then from that, I was able to just carry down my stop loss and carry down my take profit. The first one got hit here, which is what gave us the $70. And the reason I do that, which was me taking out 50% of the margin, so $49 is taken out at $117,977, which is there. And that took $7.50 in fees. So when you total up the full fees, it's going to be a $30 trade. And as of right now, we are up $70 plus an unrealized gain of $110, right? And once it gets down to here, we're back up to like 170, 180. So you just need to be patient with the market. And once it hits this take profit, we will be at a $300 profit with a $30 fee just from using a very low amount of margin. And that's why I love BTC, right? It makes it so simple. And another thing too is when you're entering a trade, you want to be clicking set your take profit and your stop loss, because here you are not an isolated margin. So if you do not have a stop loss or a take profit setup, you are at risk of liquidating your balance. But what BTCC has finally come out with is their Perpetual Futures Pro account. And in here, you can go open the same exact assets, BTC, Doge, XRP, right? Let's do BTC. And you can literally come in here and still open the same type of position. There's your price for the limit order. You can switch it to USDT, number in BTC, or the number in contracts. I like to just use the number of position size. And in this example, I'll open a $10,000 position using $100 in margin because I'm on 100x leverage. Now, I want to switch this to isolated which would basically mean that the minute it hits the stop loss for this position, it would immediately only liquidate the $100 in margin. So let's show you guys what that looks like. All right, so we've got the open order. It is now an open position, right? And we want to be able to add a stop loss and a take profit. And you're able to do that here just by clicking these areas, right? And I want to kind of give it a sec just to see if it fully does this bounce and what profit we can take out of it in this trade. But that's how simple it is to open a pro position on this. And because it's isolated leverage, I'm only going to lose the margin that I put into this trade. That's what makes their pro platform so nice. I like to use their perpetuals, and the reason I do that is because I'm very active about following through my trade and managing the risk as much as I can. Like right now, I'm at 0 risk in this trade, period. No matter what happens in this trade, no matter what happens in the market, no matter what news comes out, I'm going to walk away with profit. Whether it is a $50 profit or a $200 profit, it's up to the market. And that's what makes it such a free forming trade. I'm not sitting here stressed about it. And trading should not be a stressful situation because it is money moving all the time. You just need good setups and you need a good platform. And that's really why I love using this. Another thing that I love being able to do with this is if you actually click this list here, you can scroll through the different assets that are available to trade, right? Like here, it gives you an entire categorical system. So like if you trade memes, here's all the meme coins, right? If you just want to trade things in the Solana ecosystem, they're right here. If you only want to trade things in the BTC ecosystem, that's what they've got available right there. And another thing I really, really like is that you're able to trade tokenized stocks and commodities. Like my favorite thing is that I'm able to trade gold on here, even Robinhood or Tesla. And the best part, you guys, is I can use my USDT. And then 2, I can use leverage. So to trade on Tesla, I can go on here and I can do up to 20x leverage on my position sizing. And Tesla does move. Like, look at this beautiful bounce, 4.27% in a day, right? And 20x leverage is a really good number. And again, same exact concept. You're going to want to click set, take profit, and stop loss. And the system right here is the exact same, right? So it makes it very, very simple to enter, exit, set your stop loss and your take profit. And you can easily create consistent profits in the market just by being able to use low margin, a little bit higher leverage, and being able to have an exchange be fast with that liquidity. So that's what you can simply do here. Check the link below. They still do have deposit bonuses going on right now. So definitely use those to your advantage. Right now, they're giving 10%. You guys, I use that to my advantage. They're giving 10% on the amount that you deposit up to 100K. So if you deposit 100K, they'll give you a $10,000 deposit bonus to trade with. And you can use those funds first to trade. It's also a really good way for you to practice and get into the game of trading, because without real trading time, you're never going to be able to become a trader. Don't hesitate to check out the link below as well and benefit from the 10% deposit bonus on your trades. And if you like these videos, definitely let me know. I'll start making more guide videos on how to use them, how to trade on these platforms, and how to better yourself using day trading or swing trading, because they're both a great opportunity. Thanks. Peace out, everyone.